Thank you all for coming. This is a really special day, and we're doing it a little bit differently than we did with Sammy. But I'd like to introduce you or reintroduce you to the rabbi who married Dave and I in February 2005. This is Rabbi Rizel Raphael.
Yeah.
And the gang's all here, plus a couple more. And you know our family, big sister Samantha.
Yay!
Yay! Sammy!
Yeah.
Daddy, Mommy, and Shoshana Rachel. So, I guess without further ado, if you follow along, it's going to be pretty by the book.
By this book. So first of all, just thank you for inviting me. It's, you do a wedding and you like to see where people end up, and it's just so heartfelt to see. You're here, and you've got the two little bright lights here, and all of you. And so just thank you for inviting me into your hearts. So we're going to start actually with a song, just so the kids will kind of know that something unusual is happening. And we're going to put you in this circle of love, because I'm assuming if you're here today that you are part of this circle of love that is going to help raise these two and create the community that they need to be in. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. Now that circle goes, Galgale is a wave, so the circles go, they get a little larger, they ebb, they flow out into the world from this circle. Galgale. Ahava, Galgale, Ahava, Galgale, Ahava. So they not only flow out, they flow through time and space. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. Galgale, Ahava, Galgale, Ahava. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. So may you all stay in this circle of love through time and space, through the ups and downs and the growth of this young lady. Yes, of both of you. Yes, that your circle of love is here, and they're with you, and they're going to stay with you through time and space and eternity. You got that? She's got that. You got it. She's got it. So we say, Bruchim habayim b'shem Adonai. Blessed are you who come in the name of God. Bruchim habayim. Blessed are you who have come to share this joyous occasion. Zeh hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nismacha bo. This is the day that God made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. The Torah speaks of God entering into a covenant with Abraham and Sarah, the ancestral parents of the Jewish people. The covenant is made with them and through them to us, their future progeny. God promised that their descendants would constitute a great people and that they shall inhabit a land of their own. The ancient covenant has truly been a part of all the generations of the Jewish people. Today, then, our daughter of Israel shall become a full partner in our community, equally sharing in the traditions of Jewish life. It is in this spirit and accordance with the commandment of the covenant that we enter into this ceremony. And we'll say together, or I'll say the Hebrew, you say the English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahachnis et yiladeinu lebrit am Yisrael. And you put parents, would you please repeat that?
Blessed is Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, whose love and kindness extend to the entire world. Amen.
Amen. So just take a minute before we move on to think about the people that have created these kind of communities through the centuries. Grandparents, great-grandparents, people who are here with us today and may not and are not here with us today. That we at this moment are at a pivotal moment between past and future. To just bring in the ancestors, those of you those who know, who came before this young lady, and to bring their energy and their blessing into this circle today, into this circle of love. That they should be here to witness wherever they are, wherever they can see from the great beyond this moment in time. Because at some point there was a journey to get to this great country. So somewhere in the past, people had to make a journey, and that their courage and their vision and what got them to this moment, we should ask them to witness. So, yes, that was a
Mazel tov!
They got it. We got it. Braden, if you would read this.
Yes. Every person born into this world represents something new, something that never existed before, someone original and unique. It is the duty of every person in Israel to know and consider that each individual is unique in the world, in their own particular character, and that there has never been someone like them in the world. For if there had been someone like him or her, there would have been no need for them to be in the world. Every single person is a new thing in the world and is called upon to fulfill his or her particularity in the world.
Our God, source of all life, we thank you for all the blessings you have given us. We thank you especially for the sacred joy and privilege of parenthood, which gives supreme meaning and purpose to our existence. Grateful for the gifts of our daughters, we come to you
and give thanks
to ask for your blessing
to ask for your blessing
and guidance
in your upbringing. Grant us, will you get it together? Grant us wisdom,
patience, and devotion, that we may raise these children to live in accordance with your teachings.
I told you should have rehearsed.
No, she just got some competition. Oh, my. What a great.
Okay. Baruch et ya Eloheinu ruach haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'haknisa b'vrata shel am Yisrael.
Blessed are you, O God, who has made us a holy people by your commandments, and who has commanded us to bring our daughters into the covenant of the people of Israel.
Birth is the process. In every child who is born, no matter what the circumstances or who the parents, the potential of the human race is born again. And with this potential, the enormous responsibility of nurturing it. Responsibility for one child is great enough. Yet tradition teaches us that whoever teaches children teaches not only their children, but also the children's children, and so on to the end of generations. Behind each child stands a procession of unborn children yet to raise.
So, we're going to give the baby. There you go. It's going to behave, of course.
Yes. Bounce.
Do you want to stand up or do you need to sit down?
Whatever you want.
Stand up. Okay. So as a sign of this covenant, we're going to bring bracelets and anklets of tzitzit. The tzitzit are the fringes that are a sign of the covenant, will be placed on the baby as the blessings are recited. So the first one. Wait a minute.
May you have vision which transforms the world for better. May your insight and wisdom lead to acts of righteousness, justice, and equality.
All right, he's got it. That's good.
Braden places the second cup. May you use your hands for good deeds. May you grow to be kind, to be a kind and strong woman, one educated in justice and loving kindness.
May you be grounded in this world with your eyes lifted toward the heavens. May you always be sensitive to the needs of your family and friends and those around you.
Okay, Mom.
That's not happening. Take it off first.
No, you have to roll around.
It's big club feet. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Good girl.
May you always have a sense of home, knowing where you belong.
I'm going to say the blessing at the top of the page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitchanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al habrit. Blessed are you, source of commandments, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us regarding the covenant. The big sister.
Oh.
Blessed.
All right.
Just go sit with Granny, that's all.
So that's the tune to this song, Yivarechecha. Yivarechecha is the traditional priestly blessing that God commanded Aaron, the priest in the desert, to say to the children of Israel. And this is the blessing that is usually said Friday nights. You put your hands on their heads and you give them the blessing. You bless the children of Israel. So this is an adaptation of that. Yivarechecha, 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 Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. We got a blessing for you. Get your own necklace.
Good job, Emmy.
Could you tell us what Hamsa is?
Chamsa, that's what's on this necklace? So a chamsa is a hand. It's from the word chamesh. And a chamsa is a traditional Middle Eastern symbol. Keneged ayin hara, against the evil eye. It's a symbol of protection that wards off evil. And it usually has a stone or an eye in the middle because it's the eye of God that is always open, never closed, always protecting you. So it's got that wall of protection and you're sacred from God. Okay, ready? In the English.
May God protect you every day. May God comfort you along the way. May God cause light to shine upon your soul. May God bless you with shalom.
So let's try to sing that with the same tune. May God protect you every day. May God comfort you along the way. May God cause light to shine upon your soul. May God bless you with shalom. Okay, see, they're singing. So this is a blessing for her. Mishabeirach Sarif Rachel v'Leah u'Miriam ha'Neviah v'Abigail v'Esther ha'Malka bat Abichail hu yivarech et halyada ha'ne'ima hazot v'yikarei shema. The Hebrew name?
Shoshana Rachel.
Shoshana Rachel b'mazal tov u'b'shiv'at baracha v'yigdal leha v'ivriut shalom u'menucha v'yizacher et ha'aviha v'et ima lerot b'simchata u'b'chupata. May the one, let's say this together. May the one who blesses our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, Miriam the prophetess, Abigail, and Esther the queen, bless also this darling babe. In happy augury, may her name be called Shoshana Rachel, daughter of David and Marnie. May God bless her to grow up in health, peace, and happiness. May God give her parents the joy of seeing her happily married, a radiant mother of children, rich in honor and enjoying to ripe old age. May this be the will of God, and let us say Amen. So it's very interesting. We're blessing her in the name of all the matriarchs. Sarah, who had vision. She was and kept the light in her tent, the light of the Sabbath. Rebecca, who is a mastermind and figured out how to get the youngest son to have the birthright. Rachel and Leah, who were two sisters who loved each other very much. Miriam the prophetess, who took her timbrel and danced across the sea. Abigail, who was able to stop a war. And Esther, the queen. Esther, whose holiday of Purim is this week. Esther the queen, who was able to save the Jewish people at the exact right moment. So all of those, you are being blessed with all of those. And I want you to explain how she got her name.
Okay. Shoshana Rachel is named like her sister Samantha after my grandmother Ruth, who is my father's mother. And Grammy did too, also Auntie Barbara's mom. Grammy did too, as we called her. I heard a lot of stories about her, and the same things I get over and over were that everybody loved her. She was beloved by all. My mom used to spend every day with her. She knew both sides of the family. She was just really very outgoing, and everybody loved her. The second thing that always sticks with me is the stories of her working in a coat factory where she would have to fight to get the work and then schlep these heavy, heavy coats. So she was tenacious and strong in every sense of those words. And we hope that Shoshi will also be loved by all and tenacious and strong.
The literal meaning?
No, do you want to talk about that?
No, I mean, I think that she's a Neph, so she probably will be tenacious and strong and annoying. And we actually found her name when we were watching, when you're pregnant and you're getting ready to have a baby, it's so fun to lay in bed and think about what you're going to name the baby and hear
It
bounce
changes
different
a million
names.
times.
So you have it's going to be this, and then you hear a name that you really like. And we watched, just by chance, we watched a movie called Inglourious Bastards, which, is not like a for kids movie at all. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. It was on TV one night, and the heroine of the movie was this woman named Shoshana, who,
She was a badass.
yeah, she was tough, and She was a survivor, and she was beautiful, and she was represented a lot of good. And when we heard the name, I think everything else took a back seat. So it was, after that was kind of a no-brainer, even though it's not a common name or not a name that everybody has. I think that's why we like it so much.
And Shoshana in the movie escaped from the Nazis when she was a little girl, and then she grew up to take on this French woman's identity, and she owned a cinema, and changed her name, of course, and actually came face to face with the Nazi soldier that killed her whole family. And she came face to face with her, and she remained calm, and she kept it together, and she was cool and collected. And what she did in the end was she hosted a night for German soldiers in her cinema, and then blew the whole thing up selflessly with her and her boyfriend in the movie theater. So she really
She had the last laugh, so to speak. Although, yeah, not quite true to history, but still a very good movie.
yeah. But anyway, she was really a survivor. She was strong. She kept it cool. She was selfless. Also qualities that we hope Shoshana will have.
And easily bored.
So before we say this final blessing, I just wanted to see if we have some blessings for the parents, what they will need in order to raise this child with her sister. Anybody have any wisdom they want to give them, or blessing that our parents?
Well, I guess you never expect your daughter to raise such wonderful children and be such a wonderful mother. It was so touching to see you with your girl, and I love you, and I love you, Dad. Just continue as you are.
Anybody else?
May you keep your romance alive forever.
Anybody else?
Well, I think not as an experienced parent, any stretch. But no, just being here and being a part of this and seeing the way Dave and Marty have done with Sammy, and as they're raising Shosh as well, I think it's an inspiration and good guidance for us and how we want to do things on our end.
The greatest joy in our lives is that we have such a wonderful family and lots and lots of grandchildren, and we all have a chance to get together frequently enough so that the kids see each other, and that these beautiful children, 3 boys, 2 girls, and an unknown one on the way, is such a delight and so joyous for us.
Yeah, we wish Marty and Dave health and happiness, same for their children, and I'm sure glad that Sophie looks like me.
Anybody else? Anybody else? So I want to bless you with abundance of babysitters. And can we have the rest of the children come into the middle with her? Like, let them, will they move?
Come on, Sammy.
Come on, Bill.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Jojo. Come on. Circle time. Circle time.
That's right.
There we go.
Circle time. Everybody's together.
That's it.
Go see your sister. Go see your sister. Shoshana.
There you go.
Come on, sweetie. What was that, Sam?
Mom, I want a bagel.
Okay, one more blessing and then you can have a baby. So, Shoshi, these are going to be your friends and relatives growing up, and they're gonna be the witnesses to your life. So this is the circle that you come into. So let's make a blessing for all these kids and for to have this, just to affirm this moment of joy. Last page, next to the last page, Baruch atah Adonai Elohim. Oh, Dad.
Hey, I practiced this.
Okay, sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, Yehekianu, Higianu lazman hazeh.
Okay.
Blessed are you, source of all blessing, who brings us to life, sustains us, and allows us to celebrate these wondrous occasions together.
Amen. Okay, so that's great. So, any other announcements?
Well, we'd like to thank you for marrying us and being with us. Yeah, no, that
So
was
happy to see
really,
you again.
so happy to see you again and have you back in our lives like this.
Glad to
We
be
really
here.
appreciate everything that you've done to help
Oh, good.
this.
Well, let's hope the journey continues.
Well, with not with more kids, but maybe.
So it should be you should have many joys watching this little one grow up. And that you guide her, that you celebrate her, that you party with her, that you know, children come in and you think you know what you're doing, or you think you know what you want to do, and they really have their own agenda. So just know that parenting is celebrating the moments and knowing when to let go at the right moments as well. And it's a journey, and it's a blessing that you're on it together, and that she's got you to be there for her, and she's already ready to lead the pack. So we'll sing the Circle of Love one more time just to close our circle here today. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. Galgalei Ahava, Galgalei Ahava. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. So let me just grab a bagel, we'll make a motzi, and we are, here's the symbol of our circle of love right here. We're gonna eat together, and so we'll just connect a little bit.
Hold hands,
Sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Blessed are you who brings forth bread from the earth. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And we have a wonderful feast here. And anything else? Shoshi, would you like to say a few words?
Would you like to wave?
Hi.
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 Would you like to do so big? How big is Shoshi?
Oh, so big.
How big? Maybe later.
That was good. I like my new bracelets.
Yeah. Okay, let's eat.
Let's eat.
She's like, get that.
Let's go, yo.
Right,